What's going on, everybody? We are back. This is Reap to Ridge running. Yes, I did change the name. I just felt like it was a better name, and we're not here for the naming. That'll be explained in another video, but we are here for another first run review on a very unique type of shoe. I don't think there's one other like it in the market. I don't think there's one that can be compared to in the market. This did come out, I believe, summer of last year, and I just got my hands on it now. So we're gonna take it out on a run. This looks crazy. This looks like this is gonna be a very unique and interesting ride. But I am talking about the Adidas Prime X3 Strung. And as you can see, it is very unique. It is very crazy. What you get here is you get not one, not two, but 3 layers of Adidas Light Strike Pro foam. 1, 2, and 3. You also get not a full length carbon plate, but you get another carbon plate, and it also extends out in the back right here. And you get the energy rods. So this is going to be insane. This strung upper is very unique, very race-like, and it also comes with a padded heel and a fairly, I would say, not a fairly structured heel. This is meant to be your illegal race shoe. Illegal, because if you're actually competing, for prize money, if you're trying to podium or anything during a race, in a marathon specifically, you would really you'll only be allowed to wear shoes that were 40 millimeters of stack in the heel. This Adidas proudly tells you, I don't know if you can really see that, but that's 50 millimeters. So for us regular runners, we wouldn't care about illegal stack heights, because we're all just trying to either PR a marathon or just plain complete it, whether it's our first. So plan for today is about 4 to 5 miles with some strides, and as always, we're gonna try and pick up the pace, and then see how this does. So let's get after it. Happy Saturday. All right, mile 1, about 9:21. Not even trying to go 9:21, but this propulsion, man, this is why this is an illegal race shoe. This thing literally propels you forward, and there's nothing that can quite compare to the ride, especially with how much tech that Adidas put into this. Now I understand why this is an expensive shoe. This is about, I think this is over $300, but now you can find it for under $300, which is the price of a new race shoe. So we're about to get into these strides, so let's get after it. All right, strides are done. Going into about a 5-minute cool down, and then I'll give you my thoughts. Post-run thoughts coming up. Let's go. All right, everybody, we are back, and what a shoe. This thing is unique, is the best word I can come up with. You would expect this to be a crazy shoe with everything that's been put into it. 3 layers of their Light Strike Pro racing foam, a giant 4-foot platform. Like, look how big that thing is. That's crazy. Continental rubber, light traction outsole, and energy rods plus a carbon plate. This shoe is more expensive than the Adios Pro 4 and $200 less expensive than their elite hyper shoe, the Prime Evo, I think it's called. But if you are not competing in a race, in a marathon, and you're racing against yourself, which mostly that's about what I want to say 95% of us, 99% of us, we're just trying to beat our old records. We're just trying to complete the marathon. That is such a great option. And honestly, even at easy paces, it felt fine. Now, do you feel the plate, the rod, and all that stuff? Honestly, no. And it's insane just how bouncy and responsive it is. My easy paces felt too easy. And when I did my strides felt easy. And I went way past my pace I was supposed to do for my strides. I was supposed to go at interval pace. I went past that. So it is an amazing trainer, but is it worth $300? I wouldn't buy it because it's $300 now. And I guess it just depends on your use case. If you're buying it solely for training, probably not. But for racing, that's an actually pretty good option. You're spending $300 on a race shoe anyway. So why not you buy something that's comfortable but can keep you on your feet? Now, I'm not gonna lie, it is a heavy shoe. It is a pretty heavy shoe. I think it comes in over 300 grams, and you don't feel it. You don't feel it with how responsive and bouncy this thing is. I can't say bouncy enough because that's literally what it was. It was literally running on trampolines. Every step just propelled you on to the next step. But if you're buying this solely as a trainer, hey, if you have the money, I'm not one to tell you what to do with your money. But I could definitely see this as a viable option for the race shoe. And again, we'll see what they do with the Prime X 4 Strung. And that one, I'll probably buy. Maybe, I don't know. But overall, great shoe. And it still competes with most of the super trainers here in the market. There are a couple of negatives that I would say, no shoe is perfect, right? So one thing I did notice is laces. Out of all the technology that went into the upper, the midsole construction, the energy rods, the carbon plate, the laces felt very Evo SL-ish. They felt very flimsy, very cheap. They came undone, even though I did the Ioana special tying method on it. Shout out to Ioana and Supwell Running. The other thing is it's not stable. This thing is not stable. It's very narrow in the heel. So if you are a heel to midfoot striker like I am, if you do have stability needs, that really may not be the shoe for you. So that's it, guys. So as always, keep flying, family. Let's get after it.